items in Pokemon be like? The DNA of a space virus underwent a sudden mutation upon exposure to a laser beam and resulted in Deoxys, a Pokemon that mutated from an extraterrestrial virus exposed to a laser beam. Realization: the light pouring out from all over its body affects living things and nature, impacting them in various ways. Being the worst member of their legendary quartet. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. Christmas is in 16 days. Christmas is in 16 days. You have a bulky yet inoffensive stat spread, outclassed by others of your type, but you're beloved. I'm the same in all aspects, but I'm frowned upon. That doesn't seem fair. Game Freak giving resistances to Steel type Pokemon. Game Freak giving resistances to Ice type Pokemon. Ash without any legendary Pokemon in his backpack. Licko chill like hell catching a legendary. What deals the most damage when you use Fling? A tail made of literal rocks, 10 BP. An ancient statue, 30 BP. A tooth, 70 BP. A bag of perfume, 80 BP. A piece of paper, 80 BP. Another tooth, 90 BP. Weight, 1,653.5 pounds. 750.0 kilograms. Giratina, you fat lard. Just gonna search green Pokemon real quick. I'll appear a lot, right? I'll appear a lot, right? I see it now. The multiverse of legendary Pokemon. And out of all of them, I'm the lamest ducking one. I'm a rip-off, a joke. I'm no god. How tough am I? I tanked a sword stance boosted Dragon Claw from Cynthia's Garchomp and lived. So, without using affection. Right this way, sir. When I play a new mainline Pokemon game, and it makes me sit through a tutorial on how to catch Pokemon, do not cite the deep magic to me, which, I was there when it was written. The very worst, like no one ever wants to be. Annual meeting. Team Plasma's King. What a joke. He's nothing more than a traitor. Scissor used Protect. The opposing Garchomp used Sword Stance. A deadbeat loser who neglected his son for more power and still lost to a 12-year-old with an unevolved starter. Alfred Coleman if Snapcube ever does Pokemon fan dubs. That one fisherman who was way too obsessed with catching Mobinut. Literally just the inspiration for Enrico Pucci. Call me Reverse Flash, cause I wake up extra early to be his biggest hater. Average Power Rangers villain design. Bro thinks he the leader of the Thundercats. Bulk Air Force energy personified. The only one my cousin didn't hate on. Basically just Sentinel Prime, if he was a hear me out character. His stupid smile reminds of Joseph Sugarman, and I hate it. The devil from Snapcube's wannabe disciple. The type of villain to unironically say this is like taking candy from a baby after completing the easiest task known to man. Shiny Leafin should be autumn colored. Nintendo after introducing a shiny of a right Pokemon that is just off right. Pokemon, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Literally the best follow Pokemon feature. Game Freak. Hey, you going to sleep? Yes, now shut up. Aurus released 10 years ago and is the last Pokemon game to have a national dex. One Piece. The most popular of the three. Loved by many, but overrated by some. Naruto. Usually viewed as the second best amongst the three, but still most people prefer Choice. Bleach. The least popular of the three, but still has a loyal fan base that loves it. Champion terrorize random trainers in Unova. Pokemon fans arguing over which Gen 1 starter is best. Pokemon fans discussing how much they like all the Gen 3 starters. No, Patrick, just because I'm the first protagonist to catch a Paldia legendary doesn't mean I'm gonna show off to Ash Ketchum. It's a family thing. One of the best kind of Pokemon designs is where they're like just an absolute blob of a creature, like you made them with an ice cream scooper. Fact, 90% of Pokemon Adbeaks quit right before they're about to hit Mew. Everyone is about to square up, then you have a spear minding his damn business. Pulled this extremely large 4-headed Jenga from a claw machine. He is my son now. That one Pokemon in my party staring into my soul when I find a shiny of the same species, damn well knowing I'm shoving him in the box and never using him again. Disney adult Pokemon but with adult money. Ash in older seasons was like, I'm out of Pokemon, but not out of options. Me and my Articuno, a literal pebble. Don't shut up about Articuno. Me. Man. Woman. Right. Bulk. Poor. Rich. Asian. Those who dislike Articuno. There are two Articuno. Both are great. Let me introduce the rest of the team. We've got the tanky physical attacker, the tanky physical attacker, the speedy physical attacker, the tanky physical attacker, the tanky physical attacker, and the special tanky physical attacker. Well, that's not ideal. At least I'll have some backup with you as the, that's right, tough claws, powers up moves that make direct contact. Physical attacker. Put the Pokemon trading card game in the bag and nobody gets hurt. Cynthia. Shuffle your hand into your deck. Then, draw 6 cards. You may play only one supporter card during your turn, before your attack. Picking a version exclusive Pokemon. Picking a version exclusive human character. Anime. Nice person with aspirations of being a contest master. Game. Nice person who's kinda a forgettable rival. Manga. I really don't appreciate your tone. That's dangerous. You love crazed cave woman. Love crazed Hiku can uproot a tree. Persian should have been renamed Persian. Change my mind. The type of dude to say hear me out and then show a photo of a conventionally attractive woman. Every insurance scammer that ever lived was born from this girl. The guy who wanted to do a Guile cosplay but has hair too short, so he has to work with what he could. The type of nature lover to unironically say stop hurting the trees to a family of beavers. The female character did simps say hear me out to just cause she seems slightly evil. That one PE teacher that somehow expects every student to be perfect at the class while not even being good at PE himself. That one friendly scientist in kids shows who somehow makes the most dangerous shot ever because of lab accidents. You already know how my cousin feels about him. The storm is unusually calm in Ferramazzola today. POV, the future where Garchomp got Dragon Dance. I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me. Houndoom. Fire breath. Once during your turn, before your attack, you may flip a coin. If heads, the defending Pokemon is now burned. This power can't be used if Houndoom is affected by a special condition. Dark Clamp. The defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. Tarxel has special attack as his highest stat, is an electric type, can't learn Thunder. Taurus has 40 points of special attack, is a normal type, can learn Thunder. I think Gen 1 has best Pokemon designs. Exists. Buck. Dragon. This is brilliant. Ground. Fairy. But I like this. You don't have to answer right away, but what's your favorite Pokemon? Pokemon. I mean Pikachu. Stop laughing at me. My face when customers trauma dump instead of just paying and leaving. Watching Ash vs Elaine, thinking Ash is gonna win. Ash loses. I fear no man, but that thing, used freeze dry, it scares me. When people talk shut on Pyukumuku, thanks I know, he's got nerves of steel. The hear me out character, but for emo fangirls. That one nerdy character in shows who makes their sentences sound needlessly complex. The type of girl to own a very aggressive dog breed and still insists she don't bite. The side character in anime who's honestly just a chill guy and is the fan favorite of the audience. The dad who says they don't need a dog while the family gets one anyway and he immediately starts bonding with it. The type of girl to save a literal war criminal from the adult and say stop it, he's harmless. That one food critic who judges your food based on the cooking procedure and not the actual taste itself. The type of villain to scream no way, I can't believe this, because her meta strategy got ruined through unconventional means. If I make the water volume higher, Does that mean Vaporeon gets thicker during winter? Who the duck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down. Nobody. Kakula, Metapod, Silcoon, and Cascoon. In every battle. Best I can do is harden. Charizard without his cream colored belly. You're welcome. Pokemon fans explaining why one of every Pokemon would win. Lion fans explaining why 1 billion lions would win. People talking about the possibility of Mega Mewtwo Z4ZA. People talking about the possibility of Mega Charizard Z4ZA. 2025 rapidly approaching. Me trying to recall everything I did in 2024. Ditto and Axolotls have the same face. Change my mind. When you're literally an orange mammalian Pokemon with 2 propeller tails that you sometimes even fly with, yet people compared your inspiration to Pikachu. It lays traps, hoping to steal the lives of those it catches. If you stand in front of its mouth, you'll hear the voices of people who love you calling out to you. Me, I don't hear anything. Therapist, so, where do you think your trauma started? Me. Snorant line users. Frostless. Glalie. Here are all the good Frostless sweeping potential and Glalie I've got nothing. Glalie. Some sort of moody RNG accuracy boost sheer cold. Big laundry. All I've got for Glalie is some sort of moody RNG accuracy boost sheer cold and big laundry. I can't remember why I even wrote that. Bennett when he finds the child that threw it away. You won't ever grow up. You won't make it past 6. Cause this 3-foot tall demonic doll will make you his butch. You won't ever grow up. I'll toy with you till you die to prove that evil comes in every size. The class president that tries her absolute damnedest to keep the other students in line. He looks more like a biker than a fighter. I would have thought he was a steel type gym leader at first. That one uncle everyone in the family loves, that your father just doesn't get along with. The tomboy girlfriend character in Seals want, knowing damn well they ain't gonna be able to keep up with her. The strict dad who secretly cares about his family, but refuses to admit it to anyone, and only the mom knows it, and uses it to tease him. The bird professor that tries to study birds up close by dressing up as one and pretending to be just like them. The birds already know and just don't care enough to make her leave. Basically just Gumball and Arwen characters, except people find them more creepy than annoying. That one high class character that tries to prove he's high class by saying she like the swine is the Kyger of beverages. The playboy bum character that tells the bartender to put it on the tap and never pays back the debt. When you're picking an item for a Pokemon that is 4 times weak to rock, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. We lost Steve Jobs, and now we got no jobs. Please don't let Johnny Slowbro die. Excessive crystal use has consequences. Before, young and radiant, 18 years old. After, chibi and at 180 years old. Do you want some? You versus the guy she told you not to worry about. I've only had Mishona for a day and a half. But if anything happened to, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself. When you realize Flygon was going to get a mega but didn't. When playing TCG Pocket and I encounter a player with an OP deck they obviously paid money for, I waste their time by running out the clock each turn. Professor Oak, is your mom still single? Ash, yes. Professor Oak, go and catch every Pokemon out there. Priority seat. Be considerate. Give up this seat to a passenger with special needs. I caught you. Now you're mine. Don't you already have a girlfriend? I can have up to 6 on my team. Still got space. The original Pokemon had no chill. Mom, it's me. Hi honey. Tell me, what's new? Out of the league. I said tell me what's new. Fwefwet. Fukoko. Fukoko with Kokwa. Fukoko with Fukoko Kokwa. Fwefwet. Fukoko fwehing his Fukoko Kokwa. This is Brock's mom from Pokemon. She has gone through 10 pregnancies and 10 childbirths, and this is how she looks. Give this woman a medal. Never forget that Jessie went to Pokemon nursing school with a class of Chansey. Dragon type. Expectations. Reality. I see you scrolling. Did you drink water today? Go get some. Love you. Unlike most from my generation, I actually like to go to fine art galleries just to appreciate true art. How to catch a girlfriend. I think I finally found it, boys. A good game isn't about the graphics or how big it is. A good game is one that you play for hours, yet it seems like minutes. Fun fact, the entire Nintendo 64 International Library, 388 games, could easily fit on a 32GB Nintendo Switch game card. 10-year-old me, I'm never gonna be those boring adults, always in a bad mood. Me today. You found one revive. Whoa. Nuzlockers. This is worthless. Duck zodiac signs. Where do you usually save in Pokemon? 1, 2, 3, 4. Randomly. Literally everyone when they can't beat the Elite Four in Pokemon Emerald. Mom, did you take the chicken out of the freezer, like I told you? Me. Piplup forgot. When people keep saying Swampert is the best hone starter, even though you know you can end its life with a blade of grass. Get a load of this guy. A beloved game from a handheld console remade, and keeps the chibi art style. Zelda fans. Pokemon fans. So, when do you start listening to me? That's the neat part. Duck you. Your Pokemon has leveled up. Your Pokemon wants to learn a support move. Whoa. 8-year-old me. This is worthless. What do you call a storehouse you can't find? A warehouse. Vaporeon, a water-type Pokemon, has been appointed by Japan's Minister of Land, Infrastructure, Transport, and Tourism, left, as an ambassador for Water Day August 1st, a day to raise awareness of water resources. Giant whale happily plays in the water. Your Pokemon is playing around and splashing in the water. Me playing Pokemon X and Y for the first time. Is this the greatest power in the universe? Your Pokemon seems surprised to touch ice, but you're made of ice. Well, if you walked into a cave made of human flesh, you would be surprised too. When a child tries to explain something about Pokemon, do not cite the deep magic to me, which I was there when it was written. Chikorita when Ash chose her to fight against a fire-type Pokemon. Fire Blast, Thunder, Blizzard, Hydro Pump, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Surf. Time Traveler, moves H-Air, the timeline. This is where I buried my Onix. It was named Tectonix. Twitch. Couldn't you bury it a little better? An entire over-level team. Witness Miltank. Look what they need to mimic a fraction of our rollout. Let us never forget the time where Jessie beat up a wild Pokemon and caught it herself, lol. Boruto, you did it, Pika. Wait, so the Pikachu is actually named Boruto? Oh my god, I'm screaming. This pick is cursed. Squirtle, Squirtle, Mudkip, Totodile. If I win, you can have a sweet kiss. You want a swift mega kick instead? I wanna play a Pokemon game where this guy's also the champion of the region. Why not visit Sinnoh? We have Underground, Mount, literally hell, got the Void, Cooking Mama. Time Traveler, breathes, the timeline. Cynthia may be strong, but nothing is stronger than family. They never change things from reveal to release. Game footage is not final means nothing. Favoritism. Game Freak. I don't have favorite Gen 6 starter. I love them all the same. I don't see any beautiful girl. Just turn around. Misty, please. Only one of us can hallucinate at a time. Take this. Hyper Beam. 10-year-old me playing for the first time. Confused screaming. What will our secondary type will be? Game Freak. That's the neat part. You don't get that. If the Gen 4 remakes don't include Pokeball seals, then what is even the point? Go. Butterfree. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. Picking Bulbasaur to beat Brock and Misty with ease. Picking Bulbasaur to force Blue to pick Charmander, so that he struggles with Brock and Misty himself. Nowadays, 13-year-olds are struggling with relationships and with following the latest trends. At that age, this is what I was struggling with. I'm going to take you on my adventure. Will I become a strong member on the team? I get to be a strong member on the team, right? My parents in their teens. I'm going to get a good job, get married, and have a beautiful family when I'm older. Me and my teens. Religions of Pokemon and your gods. Kantoism. God Charizard. Twitchism. God Lord Helix. Carpsianity Orthodoxy. God Magikarp. Galarianism. God Snom. Roll34's Witnesses. God Gardevoir. Furicianity. God Lucario. Hinduism. God Bidoof. Arsenism. God Arceus. That time Team Rocket disguised themselves as Team Rocket to steal Pokemon from Team Rocket. Is this the greatest power in the universe? Earthquake. I'm not crying. You're crying. 8-year-old sold his Pokemon cards to save dog's life, then strangers raised over $5,000 for dog, and Pokemon sent him a collection of rare cards. For sale. Pokemon. POV. It's 2006, and you found your first shiny Pokemon. A wild Hippowdon appeared. Time traveler moves a chair. The timeline.